You've only set for 3, eh?
Yeah, because I'm going out, Harry. This is a family occasion and I don't want to interfere.
But you are family, Ralph.
No, I'm not. Now, don't argue. I'll go out for a couple of hours and I'll see you later on. Now, look, you know what everything is, don't you? I've made a load of sandwiches and I've even cut the cake.
Look, I'm sorry I've been down lately. But, you know, it's
you don't need to say it and you don't need to apologise. Let's just make a late New Year's resolution to look on the bright side, eh?
A promise. So you're down to the club, are you?
Yeah, I'll go and see if I can get myself a game of dominoes.
Well, don't get involved with Joe Mooney and Fred Tate. They tic-tac to one another. They'll have 10 bob of you within the hour.
Well, have a nice evening, eh?
See you later, Ralph.
Yeah.
Oh, and Ralph, thanks. This is what you would have loved, isn't it? A grandson visiting and you fussing all over him. Well, I'll do the best for the two of us. I'll do my best.
Have you finished your homework yet, Katie?
Yeah, I've done it.
Already?
It was easy.
Go and get it, go on. Oh, and I'll have a look at your journal as well, eh?
Don't you believe me?
I'm interested, now go and get it. Have you got any homework, lovey?
You're joking, aren't you? I think you're brilliant if we can find our way home.
No, it wouldn't harm me to pick up a book every now and then, eh?
Go on, son.
What's the formula for sugar?
Sugar's just sugar, isn't it?
It's CHO, carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, but I can't remember the numbers.
Oh, that's all right, thanks.
How did you know that?
We're not all thick, you know. Oh, Jeff, I'm sorry.
Leave him. He knows.
Hello.
Hiya. Did you sample the delights of the golf club?
Yes, and very nice it was too. This new steward's brought a breath of fresh air to the place. I'm afraid there's nothing here to excite the taste buds, though.
Oh, that's all right. I had a sandwich at work. Might go into town later, so I'll eat there. Oh, don't turn it off on my account.
Oh, it's all right. I wasn't really watching it. Listen, do you think we could have a chat while we got the house to ourselves?
Sounds serious.
It's about our geriatric lovers.
Gran and Gerald.
Of course. Letting you think of any others who could seriously disrupt your future.
My future?
Well, certainly your long-term prospects.
Dad, you sound like something from the last century. I take it you're referring to Gran's will.
You can mock me for being concerned, but it is serious.
No, it isn't. It's Gran's happiness, and that isn't a problem at all. Something she's entitled to.
You and Lucy are entitled to the proceeds of her will. Not the long-lost relatives of Gerald Fallon.
Aren't you jumping the gun a bit? I mean, we don't even know if he has any long-lost relatives. We don't even know if Gran would change her will in his favour, or that they're actually going to get married.
Exactly.
What exactly?
Well, there's too much that we don't know. I think we should get together and have a chat. Bring everything out into the open. Not a confrontation. A convivial chat so that we can all understand each other.
We as opposed to you.
You're her blood relative. I'm just her son-in-law. And let's face it, not her most favourite person in the world.
No, it sounds to me like we're interfering. And worse, doing it to make sure we have a share of the spoils. Shouldn't we just be looking after her well-being?
Absolutely.
But the money's important.
All right, I understand what you're saying. But can we meet for lunch, say the day after tomorrow? Can you make it?
Sure. But I'd rather Gerald felt it was a friendly get-together rather than a grilling by potential relatives.
Leave that to me. Did you get your advert in time?
Just.
What was it for?
The car.
Are you allowed to do that?
You're allowed to do anything till you get caught. And as you say, Dad, it's the money that's important. I'm going to get changed.
Bang on time, as usual.
Hello, Dad.
Where are they?
Bit of a problem with Tim. He's got a cold. Nothing serious, but Sal thought it best not to bring him out.
How long's it been like that?
Well, a couple of days now, but it's nothing to worry about.
What didn't you tell me when you phoned?
Well, I thought he might be up to the trip, but unfortunately he wasn't. You shouldn't have gone to all this trouble.
Oh, sit down. Don't be daft. That's Ralph fussing. You're looking well.
So are you. Where is Ralph?
He's down at the club.
You getting down there much?
Yes, I'm all right. Don't worry about me. And if young Tim can't come and see me, I'll come and see him. I'll just fill the kettle.
I'll bring him over as soon as he's fit to travel. Don't you worry. It's hardly worth you traipsing over to see us.
It's only 6 stops on a bus ride. I'll come over tomorrow. Ralph will probably take me. Any excuse for a drive with him. Nice to see you on your own for a change. Anyway, how are things, apart from young Tim being sick? House big enough for you, is it?
Oh, fine. St. Helens is hardly the hub of the universe, but it suits us for the time being.
Well, you won't be there long enough for young Tim to be going to school with woolly backs, will you?
I teach those woolly bags, as you call them.
But it's a different thing teaching them as being taught with them. You know, young Tim should have gone to school in Liverpool like me.
But I went to school down south.
Only through my job.
Well, we're in St. Helens because of my job. Anyway, there's no need to worry about that. Not for another 4 or 5 years. So, how are you?
Me? I'm top of the world. You know, I've been thinking about young Tim. About his name.
What about his name?
Well, with it not being a proper name. But I still think you've got a chance.
I don't understand you.
Like I said at the time, calling him Tim instead of Timothy. He's going to spend all his life filling forms in that have been sent back to him saying, put your full Christian name. Anyway, you might be able to make amends when he gets christened.
Christened?
Yes. You could have him christened Timothy. Perhaps alter his birth certificate. You could even do the job properly by calling him Timothy Cross, as it should be. You know, it could be awkward for him later in life with just his mother's name.
Dad, his name's Tim Haynes, and he isn't going to be christened. Not now, anyway. When he's older, he can make up his own mind.
Father and mother not married. Not christened. Don't know what your mother would have thought about this.
Hiya. You've been up here a long time.
Been reading.
Do you remember when you were about 2 years old?
What? What?
Well, every night, and I do mean every night. You used to make me read Little Red Riding Hood to you. It's true. You knew it from cover to cover. Sometimes your eyes would be closed, I'd think you were asleep. I'd miss a page out. Then your eyes would open, you'd tell me all the words I'd missed out. Perhaps I should start helping you again like that, eh?
Little Red Riding Hood.
No. Proper books, learning books.
Have you been listening?
Came to give this to me mum. Sorry, got mixed up with me Valentine's.
Oh, all right then.
What is it?
Oh, it's the report about you, love. And it confirms that you have got dyslexia.
See? Dyslexic, not fit.
So is it good news then?
Well, it's not great news, love, but it's a start. Now that we've got the report, love, we'll show them, eh?
So I'm not fit.
I've been thinking about Mum.
Have you now?
Yup. And I think she should join us for lunch at the golf club. That is, if women are allowed in.
Well, of course they're allowed in. As long as it isn't after 8:30 in the evening.
Wonder if they'd allow me in if they knew.
What's all this about your mother?
Well, as we're discussing Mum and her future stepfather, it seems only fair that she should be there.
I'll think about it.
Look, Dad, as far as I'm concerned, there's nothing much to think about. Either she's there, or I'm not. It'll give the pair of you a chance to discuss something of mutual interest. And you might find something to agree about. Then, well, you might decide to end hostilities and we might end up with food in the kitchen again. Eventually, Dad, we've all got to get on or get out. Just think about that, will you?
How bad is he?
Well, like I said, it's just a sniffle. Well, actually, it's Sally.
So Sally's got a cold?
No, she's not too well. She's just a bit down at the moment. She'll get over it, given a bit of time and understanding, but at the moment she has to be handled rather, well, delicately.
And I couldn't do that. Is that it?
No, nobody can. Not at the moment. Not even me most of the time. We just have to be patient. No, it's just the wrong time to be discussing rights and wrongs of names and things like that.
Have you ever thought that this upset might be just due to the fact that you're not married and the baby hasn't got your name?
I wish it were that simple. Look, I don't want to eat and run, but I best get back home. I just wanted to come and explain to you rather than phone. I'll let you know when things get back to normal.
Are you sure it's not because Sally doesn't want me to see the baby?
No, of course not. It's just exactly as I've told you. I'll be in touch soon. I'll let myself out. And don't get cold. Bye, Dad.
Bye, son.
Next today, it's a knockout comes to the world of medicine, hijinks for the students in Jimmy's.